The Empire was warned, but they entered Earth's atmosphere anyway. Admiral Kethvar of the Dominion Fleet watched Earth's blue marble rotate slowly on his command display. The third planet looked deceptively peaceful from their position beyond. The moon's orbit, white clouds swirling over vast oceans, continents dotted with the lights of primitive cities. Such a small, unremarkable world, he mused to his tactical officer. Hard to believe these humans have caused the High Command such concern. Commander Zixala's mandibles clicked nervously. Sir, the intelligence reports from our advance. Scouts were unusual. Perhaps we should reconsider the direct assault approach. Kethvar's forearms gestured dismissively. Nonsense. One orbital bombardment and this whole system falls into line. These humans have barely achieved interplanetary flight. What possible threat could they pose to the Dominion? On Earth's surface, in a bunker deep beneath Colorado's Rocky Mountains, General Lisa Morrison watched the alien fleet's approach on her tactical display. 12 massive vessels, each one larger than anything humanity had ever built. But size wasn't everything. NORAD tracking confirms they're moving into attack position, reported her aide, Colonel David Park. Should we initiate first contact? Protocols. Lisa's weathered face showed a grim smile. We already tried that 6 hours ago. They ignored our warning broadcasts in 17 different mathematical languages. Even transmitted our entire cultural database as a gesture of peaceful intent. She pulled up the alien fleet's response. A brief, arrogant message demanding unconditional surrender within 1 solar hour. Some species, Lisa continued, only understand one language. Back on the Dominion flagship, Kethvar was addressing his fleet commanders via quantum link. Remember, these primitives have never faced a true military force. Their weapons are chemical explosives and primitive nuclear devices. Our shields will barely register. An alarm klaxon interrupted him. His sensor operator's voice cracked with confusion. Sir, I'm detecting massive energy buildups across the planet's surface, thousands of discrete sources. Kethvar frowned. Primitive defense platforms. Begin descent to combat altitude. Ready the plasma bombardment arrays. The 12 Dominion vessels entered Earth's atmosphere in perfect formation, their shields shimmering against the thin air. They descended majestically toward the major population centers, preparing to demonstrate the price of defying the Dominion. That's when humanity showed them exactly why they'd been warned. The first indication something was wrong came from the flagship's AI. Admiral, sensor analysis indicates the energy signatures are not conventional weapons. Pattern suggests this is impossible. What is it? Kethvar demanded. Sir, they appear to be artificial gravity wells, localized space-time distortion fields. The technological sophistication required. The AI never finished the sentence. Across Earth's surface, humanity's secret defense network activated simultaneously. Project Prometheus, 10 years in development, hidden in bunkers and disguised as research facilities worldwide. Each installation contained a miniaturized version of humanity's greatest discovery: controlled gravitational manipulation. Not the crude artificial gravity the Dominion used for their ships, but weaponized space-time itself. Admiral Kethvar watched in horror as his perfectly ordered fleet began stretching. The gravitational fields created pockets of altered space-time, causing his massive vessels to experience differential gravitational forces across their hulls. "Shields failing," screamed his engineering officer. "The distortion fields are operating at quantum levels. They're bypassing our defenses entirely." Commander Zixala stared at her readings in disbelief. "Sir, they're not just bending space. Around us, they're creating localized time dilation effects. Our weapon systems are operating at different temporal rates than our navigation systems." 3 of the Dominion ships were caught in overlapping gravity wells. Their hulls twisted like plastic toys as different sections experienced radically different gravitational stresses. The proud vessels of the galaxy's most feared empire cracked apart like eggshells. But humanity wasn't finished. Lisa Morrison's voice echoed from every radio frequency as the global defense network synchronized. "We gave you a chance to leave peacefully. We showed you our art, our music, Our philosophy, we offered you friendship among the stars. The remaining 9 ships desperately tried to climb back to orbit, but the gravity wells followed them, invisible hands dragging them back toward Earth's surface. Unfortunately, Lisa continued, some lessons can only be learned the hard way. Humanity didn't achieve spaceflight by accepting the impossible. We achieved it by making the impossible irrelevant. Admiral Kethavar's flagship groaned as competing gravitational forces tore at its superstructure. His crew worked frantically to escape the planet's enhanced gravitational grip, but every meter of altitude cost them exponentially more energy. Admiral, Zixala called out, I'm detecting massive objects approaching from the outer system. Multiple contacts, human design, but the energy signatures, they're using the same gravitational technology. The Dominion's intel had been catastrophically wrong. Humanity hadn't just discovered gravitational manipulation. They'd weaponized it, built their entire defense strategy around it, and deployed it throughout their solar system. As Earth's moon shifted slightly in its orbit, revealing the massive human shipyard hidden on its dark side, Admiral Kethavar finally understood the scope of his miscalculation. The humans hadn't been helplessly waiting for invasion. They'd been preparing a demonstration. 5 Dominion ships managed to reach high orbit before their engines gave out, trapped in carefully calculated gravitational fields that would hold them indefinitely without destroying them. The remaining 4 made controlled crashes in remote areas, their crews stunned but alive. General Morrison opened a communication channel to the trapped vessels. This is Earth Defense Command. Your crews will be treated according to our laws of warfare and returned safely to your territory. Your ships will be studied, then returned as well. Admiral Kethavar, nursing a broken arm and wounded pride, managed to respond. Why? Why spare us? Lisa's voice carried across the void, calm and steady. Because that's who we are. But Admiral, when you return to your Dominion, make sure they understand something very clearly. She paused, letting her words sink in. Earth was defended by our oldest, simplest technology, gravity wells and converted research facilities. If you want to see what we built specifically for war, please by all means try this again. The message was received throughout Dominion space within days. The High Command's planned invasion of the Sol system was quietly cancelled. Some warnings, it turned out, were worth heeding after all.